What's up YouTube, Saf here on SuperSaf TV. So you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to become a YouTuber, but you're not really sure how to go about it. So you're after some tips. Well, you've come to the right place. This is something that I get asked a lot on the channel. So what I've done is I've compiled together my top 5 tips for starting up on YouTube, and hopefully these will help you get the best start. Now, let's not waste any time and let's get straight into them. So my tip number 1 is do something that you enjoy and are passionate about. Now, this is my first tip because it's also one of the most important, if not the most important. And this is key because you're going to be spending a lot of time on your YouTube channel, most of it initially, which will be unpaid for the first few months or even the first year or so. You might not be seeing much of a financial return. So in order to keep yourself motivated, it has to be something that you really enjoy and are passionate about. Whatever that is, whether it's technology, sports, cars, makeup, I don't know, freaking gardening, whatever you're into, whatever floats your boat, that's what your YouTube channel needs to be based around. Don't do something because you think it's going to make you a lot of money. Don't do something because everybody else is doing it, and don't do something because you think it's going to make you famous. I think these are all the wrong reasons to get into YouTube. You really want to do something that you enjoy and are passionate about. For example, my channel is based around tech, and that's because I am really into technology, especially smartphones and cameras. Now, if I wanted to make a lot of money and I was thinking what makes the most money on YouTube, makeup videos make a lot of money on YouTube. Can you picture me doing makeup tutorial videos? No, that's really not gonna happen now. My tip number 2 is quality over quantity. One good video is better than 10 average videos, and 10 average videos are better than 1,000 crappy videos. And it's a very competitive market out there on YouTube now. You've got something like 100 hours of video being uploaded every single minute, so it's never been more difficult to stand out. And the way you stand out is by producing quality content. Now, when I'm saying quality, I'm not only talking about the quality of the video and also the editing, the overall production quality, although that is important. And I've also done a top 5 tips of recording video on your smartphone, and that should be quite helpful. So I'll drop a link to that in the description below. And your smartphone is going to be sufficient, at least for the beginning. But I'm talking generally overall in terms of the quality of the content. So you really need to think about what you're going to be doing on YouTube. In terms of your videos, you need to plan and structure them. Failing to plan is planning to fail. I'm sure all of you have heard that. So, you know, think about what you're going to be doing. Maybe script what you're going to be doing in your video. If not scripting, just put some bullet points together. I mean, even myself for this video, I've put some points together which I wanted to get across. So I have done some preparation. Preparation sometimes takes a lot longer than the actual video, as well as the editing as well. Sometimes the pre-production stage where you're actually looking into what you're going to be doing. You need to really concentrate on creating quality content rather than just going in front of the camera and making some random content. It really doesn't work these days because there is that much more competition. Now, moving on to tip number 3. Now, this is all around your username. Now, this is very important because it's going to be your identity. It's going to be how people are going to find you, and it's also going to be your brand going forward. So it is very important that you spend some time thinking about and coming up with a very good username. Now, there's 3 sub points to this point, so let's go through them. The first point is that it needs to be unique and available. So this is something that's really interesting because whenever I ask people what do you want your username to be, it will usually just be their first name. So what is your name?
My name is Jeff.
Well, I've got some news for you, buddy. That name is not unique, and there's millions of other people with your name, and millions of other people have probably already tried to secure your name on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all the social media channels. So you're gonna have to be a little bit more creative than that. You're gonna have to try to come up with something more unique. Now, the easiest thing to do is as soon as you've come up with something, come up with a few ideas, put them into Google, see if somebody's already taken that. Chances are they're gonna be taken. It might take you some time to come up with a really good and unique username, but this is something that's very important because it's going to stick with you for a very long time. Now, my sub point number 2 here is that your username needs to be easy to spell and remember. So it's all well and good having something unique as a username, but what's the point if nobody can actually spell it and find you? The whole point of having a username that's unique is that people can easily search for you and find you and identify you with that. If there's 100 other people with a very similar username, then you're not really going to stand out this way. So don't stick random numbers in there. I mean, your date of birth probably probably mean something good to you, or a random number combination, but it's not going to mean anything for everyone else. So avoid doing that. Now my sub point number 3 is that make sure it's somewhat sensible. Now I see all kinds of weird and wonderful usernames out there. It's all well and good being quirky, but you know what I find is a sort of a trend amongst the youngsters, especially these days, that they all think they're some sort of bad man or gangster. So I mean, you think about it this way: if you're gonna have your username as something like Jeff.Gangster 007, I mean, later on down the line, if your channel does get a little bit more popular and you're trying to grab some sponsors, how many sponsors are going to give you the time of the day if your username is Jeff.Gangster 007? I mean, really think about it. I'm sorry, but if you are one of those guys who thinks you're part of the G Unit or is a gangster, then you're not a bad man, you're a waste man. There's a difference. Bad man, waste man, there's a difference. I mean, seriously, don't do something like that. Be a little bit sensible when coming up with your username. As I said, it is going to be your brand. Now, my tip number 4 is actually from one of my favorite YouTubers, who is Freddie W. Been following him for many years, and I read one of his blog posts. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but the summary of that, which I got from there, was that don't try to make people watch your videos. Make videos that people want to watch. Now this is very, very key, and I'm going to leave it on the screen. This really helped me through my time on YouTube as well. Don't be a beg. Honestly, don't be a beg and keep asking every single person, oh, subscribe to my channel, oh, check out my video. Chances are they're not going to care. Please watch my video, please. No. If you do that, then you're going to make yourself sound, firstly, very, very desperate, and you're going to lose credibility. Don't do that. Don't go around asking people and spamming people to check out your videos. Yes, if you've got some close family or friends who actually do love you and don't mind spending some time checking out your video and giving you some feedback, then go ahead and get them to watch your videos. If you don't have any family and friends that love you, then this is slightly awkward. Nobody loves me. Instead of all of that, concentrate on making good quality content. Now, you are going to be your target audience. If you're doing something that you're passionate about and you enjoy, you're going to be your own target audience. So think about what you'd want to watch as a viewer. So base your videos around your viewers and what your viewers want to watch in your own style and in your own sort of technique. Now, my tip number 5, my final tip, is be patient. Success does not come overnight. Now this applies to everything, not just YouTube. If you're even starting a business or doing anything else, success is not going to come overnight. You're going to have to put a lot of time and effort and hard work into it, and there's simply no shortcut to this. And it's no point just sitting there looking at your subscriber number and hoping that it's going to go up automatically. Oh, come on. So just to give you an example, one of the largest tech YouTubers out there right now, if not the largest tech YouTuber out there right now, is Marques Brownlee, MKBHD. If you're watching my channel, chances are you've probably already seen his channel. He makes some great quality content. Now in one of his videos, he mentioned that after uploading 100 videos, he had 86 subscribers, somewhere about 86 subscribers. Now, put those numbers into perspective. You've uploaded 100 videos that you spent a lot of time on, and you've got less subscribers than the videos that you've uploaded. That's enough to put anyone off. But if he had given up at that time and thought, you know what, what's the point of this, then he would not have over 2 million subscribers right now, and he would not be the most successful tech YouTuber out there. So you really need to be patient and keep working hard, and the numbers will eventually come. Especially at the start, it is quite difficult and it does take some time. So there we have it, my top 5 tips for starting up on YouTube. I hope you found them useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help me out. Now, one other tip that a lot of YouTubers do give is to have consistent content. Reward your viewers with consistent videos. Now this is something that I am absolutely rubbish at, which is why I've not included it as a tip, and that's because I don't do this full time, and also because tech is seasonal. So you know, there might be some months where there's a lot of tech and there may be some months where it's absolutely dead. So that's the reason why I don't do it. But if you can do it, then that's absolutely great. Now, if you've got any questions, then drop me a tweet on Twitter. I am at SuperSaf, and use the hashtag AskSaf. If it's something quick, I can answer it right on Twitter. If it's a longer answer, then I might feature it in one of my future Q&A videos. And if you want to see more top 5 videos like this one, then drop a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. Do also subscribe to the channel for plenty more content to come in 2015. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSaf TV, and I'll see you next time. If you want to see more regular videos like this one, then be sure to hit the subscribe button, which will be below. If you're on a mobile device, it may be somewhere else. If you want to see my previous related video, then hit the link right here. If you want to stay in touch over Facebook, Twitter and Google+, then all of the addresses will be there somewhere, as well as direct links in the description below. Okay, if you're still watching, then that means you've not done one of those things, so no. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna go downstairs. See. Okay, there isn't really a downstairs. Anyway, so yeah.